recording?
Mm-hmm. Okay, I have started my recording. So, let's see. Last week, the party has arrived formally within Omu after observing a pretty large-scale looking ritual going on.
Now we are going to get to test it out firsthand.
And like I kind of commented, following a series of unfortunate events, yes, maybe. Uh, but you did go past a few interesting runes. Discovered some potential clues to um help you perform the carry out your quest within Omu itself. And as you are being led towards the bridge, uh, for everyone probably except Rashi, because the rest of you aren't charmed and are faking it, and the 1T patrol who are escorting you are they do not realize it.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, I'm charmed.
yeah, you and Azaka were officially the only ones who failed. Uh, you
There's a
as you're
party.
being yes, there is a party. Uh, you are being led towards somewhat of a small settlement. There is a large fenced up um region with large lumber walls that's also slightly elevated. Um, I would say at this point it's a bit too high for everyone to see what's going on inside. And you notice that on the way here, a couple of the buildings appear to be occupied. And walking past, and as you kind of looking through your peripheral vision, the heads of various humanoids, some snake-like, some human-like, some a mixture, begin to glance out from the windows, kind of in curiosity. Um, okay. And approaching the bridge into this area they are in, uh, Azaka and Rashi, the charm effects on you wear off as you have finished the suggestion spell.
Yeah, we're at the party. Oh no.
We are in danger.
And the 5 1T, I believe two of them, one was basically near there, and the other was severely injured. But the five of them move in front of you. Uh, and you notice that one of the guards they signal one of the larger 1Ts who's across the bridge, and you see them turn towards the central figure on in front of the altar. She she turns around and notices the patrol and the party, and begins making her way over across the bridge.
Oh, good. We'll get to talk before we die.
And she as she approaches, some of the members of the patrol move over to essentially what you can tell is probably giving a situation report. She looks towards the party, turns towards the party, looks at, kind of glances at everyone before kind of focusing on Rashi. Before leaning over to the two guards, and you see her, especially one of the guards is the one who's severely injured. She, you notice that she leans over towards it and whispers something in their ear. As she leans back, you notice the Wanti who she was whispering to. He passes his weapons to one of the Wantis next to him and begins crossing the bridge.
Something, you are unworthy.
Lean over past her.
And
I think he failed.
and due to the damage he has sustained, he doesn't make it to the. He collapses before he even reaches the skull. I'm just gonna put it that way. So, and you see two of the Wanti who are still that in prayer there move over, grab his body, and put it into the skull.
Hmm.
Upon which the skull closes and opens, revealing an egg. Which one of the larger Wanties begins to carry the egg over. So this guy is just gonna walk over. Excuse me, please move out of the way. And
Excuse me, I'm big.
yeah, he is. He's a big boy. And in doing so, the other rest of Wanty Patrol, they kind of retreat to the side to make space for who you presume to be probably likely to be the head priestess. She moves over and glances towards everyone once again and bows towards Rashi. Ah, cousin. I hope this has not been too frightful of a trip.
Uh, uh, I, hi.
But I see that most of your property appears to be alright.
I look at my armor. I mean, I take care of her each night.
Well, it seems your sense of humor is intact, so that's very well.
Do I know this person?
No, you do not.
Is she speaking common?
Oh yes, this is common. I apologize. This isn't common. So you guys, everyone here, so she, I'll say for Roy, whose passive perception is fairly high, when she was speaking to the Wanti Patrol, they were not speaking common. But when addressing Rashi, she is using common.
Gray kind of
My
looks
name
at
is Fantasa. Oh, sorry, please.
Gray kind of looks at Rashi. Might be talking in the metaphorical sense.
I, a very scary shrug.
Master understands what's going on.
Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky.
What were you saying, Sneaky?
Okay, she just was just about to introduce herself. My name is Fantasa. Fantasa, whom I owe the pleasure to.
Pleasure to meet you. I'm Rashinidar Fenrafeth, and I do a little bow.
Hmm.
And these are my companions, and I do start naming them one by one.
I generally have no need for names of slaves, but that's fine.
Oh, they are not slaves.
Ah, so you're one of so that's your style of ownership. That's very admirable.
I think Rashi catch her up to not say anything, but
Okay.
doesn't catch her up to not put a weird face on it.
So, why would your fine company be visiting our wonderful city?
You see, and I start like talking with my hands. Ah, we were asked to search on the fast child for a thingy, and we think it might be here. We're just passing by, and and we've tried to find this thing that we don't know what it is, but it's causing a lot of trouble to a lot of people. You can understand. I think I think you'll. She bubbles like that. What's your hmm.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
I think legit Rash is trying to think like how to say this. How do you feel about undead and returning from the dead?
That's a very deep question. Okay, give me a second to think of an answer. uh, hmm. We use the undead as as a number of our troops. They are also scattered around within the city. Coming back from the dead is something that we are used to. This is the rebirth is part of our traditions.
I didn't catch that last part.
The rebirth is part of our traditions.
Rebuff?
Rebirth.
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 Reborn
Okay.
from.
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay.
And it is something that we recently regained.
Oh, you did?
But yes.
Oh, that's wonderful. We are working on we we're on the same kind of vein, and we're trying to find a solution of that. And it's wonderful news that you work around it. How did you do it?
Does that skull we found earlier have anything to do with that? I know as people go in and eggs come out.
Please, I'm talking to your master. Before turning back to Rashi. You should really discipline your people. It's rude for them to interrupt a conversation between equals.
I appreciate their valuable insight.
We have many ways to make people obey, and she kind of directs your attention towards the entrance of the wall. Where you see a person who has been essentially crucifixed to a wall and probably still alive.
Oh no. Don't worry about it. I can deal with it. I will punish her severely on private. Don't worry about it.
I understand. But you see her kind of considering, kind of thinking through your what you told her. Are you perhaps here for the same reason as he is? And she points towards the person who has been nailed to the wall. Are you perhaps looking for a small cube
I cannot say. I don't know of any small cube. I don't know this person.
Hmm.
What small cube?
It is a it is a key, one of the many keys required to enter a tomb that is owned by my master's previous patron. And it seems that there have been many visitors recently, all searching for the same thing. Some of which are still behind that fence.
So I gather that you don't want them to visit such tomb.
Oh no, our master doesn't mind if they want to if they wish to enter the tomb itself. And these visitors have kindly volunteered to contribute to the rebirth of our people and our god.
I understand.
And you notice that her gaze begins to focus on you, Rashi.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling that if you wish to, our god would be very welcoming to accept you. Given that you are also liked by our kind.
Something clicks inside Rashi, like, okay, now.
And you notice she's not looking at you, she's actually looking at your neck, where there's a small little green snake around you.
Yeah.
Before you see her face change, and she immediately turns to a deeper bow. Ah, Master Rasnasi, thank you for gracing us with your presence.
Master WhatsApp. Well,
What?
Rashi says, Master WhatsApp.
So for the rest of you, when she does this bow, almost you notice that I'll say it's pretty obvious. You notice that for Trevor, whose eyes are usually vertical, his irises have turned into the shape of a inverted blue triangle.
Meaning point going
The
down.
point going down, yes.
Okay.
Yep. And Fantasia will continue in a much lower voice this time. I understand that you have the recent spell has taken a toll on you, but our people are worried for your health. So it would do us a great deal if you could grace us with your presence and relieve the fears of the people. Upon which everyone except for Rashi, who can't see this, Trevor's eyes go back to normal.
Magical Trevor.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose I can assess that she's talking to Trevor and not me, right?
Yeah, you can tell she's talking to Trevor. Or talking at Trevor. Trevor didn't reply. So as Phantasia straightens up, well, it seems that my master will be coming. It's only polite for you to greet the master of the land.
Would be rude not to.
Mm. And you see her back up. Also kind of signals the party to kind of move back. So I'll just move Ryan back. Oops.
Can you grab and move everyone?
Yeah. A large circle appears on the ground. I'll say for all of you, it's kind of obvious there's probably some sort of teleportation magic.
I recently learned the spell Magic Circle.
Does it do teleport?
No. I've got confused. Go ahead.
And you see two figures appear. One of them appears to be humanoid. So more human than some of the one here. So your normal bipedal two-arm, normal human head appears to be female. And next to them is one of the onties who have a bottom half of a snake, but appears to have a much larger physical upper body, but is also covered in bandages. Their left arm appears to have turned black and cracked. For all of you will probably recognize it as something similar to what Dindra had when she showed you her hand. When the so-called when the death curse is beginning to eat away at the person. But this is a much it has severely progressed for this person.
I didn't catch what does it have?
Uh, this person has his entire left arm has withered and turned black, similar to the symptoms of the death curse.
The death curse. Like our patron has.
Yeah, it's like Syndra. But Syndra, when you saw her 40 days ago, it was just her lower two fingers. But yeah. But for him, it's like you can see his entire arm, and there appears to be like black spots underneath the bandages. So it appears to be some sort of I mean, for Rashi will probably know this. It appears to be festering as well.
Yeesh.
Yeah. And as he appears, you hear Phantasia cry out, Ras Nasi has descended upon us. Everyone, please gather and praise his name. And you see, I'm not gonna drag the tokens out, but you see the one T from across the bridge, from inside the building, from behind the fence. A good 50 or so of them come out. Different sizes, different configurations of the one T. And it becomes a very loud uproar as they see their master appear before them in the flesh. And as the crowd dies down, this person who you can figure is Ras Nasi. My people, as you can see, I am doing fine. I have recovered from my ailment after blessing 10 of our greatest warriors. And at this point, you kind of notice that at the words greatest warriors, you notice at least Phantasia seem to kind of straighten up a bit more pride. Also at this point, you do know. I'll say you do notice that the person who's with Rasnasi, as well as Rasnasi himself, they kind of turn as they kind of like scan the crowd. He turns and kind of makes eye contact, turn and glances at the party before turning back to the facing Phantasia. You have done great work in the name of our master. Who she and you can see Fantasia just beaming with pride. But you should remember to take your time to rest. So, and you see him turn his head towards the sky, where you notice that it's the sun is actually fairly bright out. And he says, for the people of Omu and the Wanti who serve Denda, I wish that you all have a bit of good weather. And immediately, clouds begin to gather above the city of Omu. And Ras Nasi continues. I will tend to our visitors. Phantasm, do continue with your work. And Phantasm just bows, and everyone within this gathering, some of them return to the building probably to rest, some of them go back up into the fence area, and Phantasm and the priest return across the bridge.
Bye.
As you say that, Phantasm turns, my dear Rashi, Dinar, I hope you do consider joining us as family.
I will have it in mind.
She smiles before heading back. So I just just quickly. She belongs here. Okay, that's probably correct. These guys who you trashed are gonna disappear. Okay. So as the crowd scatters, this Ras Nasi makes his way over to the party. As he stops, you do notice one thing. I don't think he'll step too close. He doesn't want to intimidate anyone. You do notice one thing. When Phantasia was talking to the party, she was facing Rashi. But as Ras Nasi walks over, he's facing the entire party.
Thank God.
Yes, and his servants just at his side. Okay. Well, I overheard most of the conversation. I'm assuming you're here to visit the tombs of my old patron. And he's not looking at Rashi, he's actually looking at the rest of the party.
Yes,
Right.
it seems that your old patron hasn't treated you very well, Aster says, looking at his arm.
He has not. But I'm used to being betrayed at this point of my life. And well, sorry, give me a second. I need to phrase this correctly. Yes, but my people, and he kind of waves his hands around him. They have been given a blessing in the past month, and they are attempting to use it to help me. Bless them.
Well, I believe that we might be able to be of mutual assistance in that case.
Yes, I believe so.
Is there a place that we could speak with your eminence in private?
Unfortunately, I would like to invite you to my fane, but that's a bit of a problem. For FYI, the word fane refers to a shrine or temple. If anyone doesn't know.
On that comment, do I have the feeling that this is like a leader that's not fully in charge or something like that?
Oh, okay. You raised a very good point. I'll say that since you are able to identify that, it's a case of there are different types of leaderships around the world, right? The different leadership styles or different way people are being treated as leaders. This is a case of like what you said. He's the ruler. He's the king. He's highly respected, but there are also tradition and normalities that have to be conformed to. So he, despite being the ruler, he's not free to do what he wants. Yeah.
Oftentimes, the rulers are the ones who are the least free.
Unfortunately, entry into the fane can only be done by. And he smiles a bit. By family. Only family members and their slaves are allowed in. You also do notice he has no heart when he said the word slave.
He does not what?
He has no heart in it when he said the word slave.
Ah, okay.
Like he doesn't like the thing, but can't
He
do
doesn't like
anything
the term.
about it.
But the people here know to keep quiet. So feel free to speak freely. And I'll say at this point, Rashi, you feel something light lift off your neck as Trevor flies off towards Rasnasi.
Trevor, what? Okay.
Yeah. And you see, Rasnasi sees this and he just reaches out with his right arm. And Trevor wraps himself around Rasnasi's arm. And you see Rasnasi kind of just petting Trevor.
He's been a good friend these past days.
Have you? And you notice, and you hear Rasnasi change his tongue. He begins hissing. And there's a short conversation between Trevor and Rasnasi. Before he...
Go ahead,
I'm sorry.
Sorry, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Before he looks out and turns towards Esther. So, please continue.
As you have surmised, we are here to deal with whatever is causing the death curse.
Yes, and I presume that you have gathered the information that you have to enter the tomb that he built.
I raised my hand.
We got some hints of that.
Yes?
Who is, quote unquote, he?
My previous patron.
Yeah, but, you know.
He's a being who goes by the name of Esarak.
Roll credits.
Yep. Unfortunately, despite his betrayal, I am still unable to break my pact with him. And I am unable to provide you with the information on how to enter. However, the items in which you see him carefully considering his words right now. The items in which you seek. My people need them too. So, If you manage to find most of them, perhaps we can come to an agreement in which you will have all of them.
This seems mutually beneficial. While we secure them, is there anything you can do to, and Aster thinks about the words carefully, ensure that your people do not inconvenience our search any further?
If you agree to our terms, I will let my champions know that you are assisting in our cause and are not to be disturbed.
And what are these terms?
Simple. When the keys that you find, you bring them to us. And once we are done with it, you can have them back. All of them.
Can I do an insight check on that? On that, we will have them back.
Sure, give me an insight check. Does anybody else want to do an insight check?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's fairly high.
That second one is Roy's.
Okay. All right.
Oh, nice.
Okay. So for Gray, Lestrana is not focusing right now. And for Gray, you have a gut feeling that he's speaking the truth. There's no what's the word here? Contradiction between the terms he says, and he does not appear to be trying to twist his words in any way. For Rashi, Roy, and Esther, who beat my DC of 20, you can tell he's being truthful, but beyond that, you get a different sense from him. This appears to be, at this point, you feel that he just appears to be a tired old man. Kind of, okay, I think for comparison, kind of like how Syndra was when you first met her.
That was many sessions ago. I don't remember how
That was
she
many
looked.
sessions ago, right? That will probably be a bit too long ago, but he's kind of tired and burnt out, like, I don't know, suffering from 2 different types of depression.
He's too tired to lie to us at this point.
Probably yes. Yeah, let's just put it that way. Yes.
I just wanted my shift to be over. Wanted to be weekend and not deal with anyone. Just do the thing. Don't cause the problem, please.
So do we have an agreement?
Aster looks at the rest of the party.
Thumbs up.
Very well. And he hisses something at Trevor. And Trevor flies back to Rashi.
Yay, Trevor!
There's. Oh, Aster's gonna ask him one question.
Sure, carry on. Go ahead.
As we are performing the duties for you and to ensure that this is successful, you don't even have any heavy armor.
Sorry, I didn't catch the last part. The voice kind of went out.
Aster's asking them if they have any heavy armor.
I remember people like you.
He seems to be the most well-connected person we've met.
The weather, the weather here on Child doesn't facilitate heavy armor.
You know,
Though
people
I
keep
suspect
saying
you
that.
might be able to find some within the city from some intrepid explorer who didn't heed the advice of the guides.
Fair enough.
Oh, I just realized. Did we met a friend of yours? That lady, you remember? I asked to answer. Like, do you remember that lady?
Oh, yeah, we met a lady who said she was your friend.
Who was? Did we catch her name?
Raquel,
He
she
said.
introduced herself, yeah. She did introduce herself.
Okay, yeah, Raquel. Yeah, do you know her?
And when you mention her name, his eyes narrows. Oh, that being. She paid me a visit in my palace, but she's not one of mine. She's
Oh,
friends with the architect of the tomb.
ah.
Mm,
He was talking something about his master or something, and I thought it meant you. It didn't mean you. I'm so sorry.
I would not like to be acquaintance with that thing.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Does anybody else have any questions they'd like to ask?
Answer's just happy we managed to avoid dying right away.
I was just ready for somebody to just say that I like to roll initiative halfway through the conversation.
I mean, Aster, on a different day, Aster would be ready to put him in the ground, but not right now.
I feel like we have done that if they have starting to do the motions of serving us as food.
I was tempted to say, are you still using that, and then have Gray start to chew on the desiccated arm?
No, you'll get sick. Don't do that.
You have your chewing toy.
The person who's crucified to the wall has his right arm the bones of his right arm exposed, so you can have that if you want to.
It's okay.
Oh,
Alright.
Aster will go and cut it off for Gray.
The guy's still alive though.
Aster's a conquest paladin. That's the entire reason why she hasn't attacked Rosny. See, is she respects the work he's done. Like she doesn't
Ratchet,
like she doesn't like him, but he's done good work.
Aster, that is rude. You should ask the person in charge first if you can do that, and then you should kill it first for the how to say it, being polite.
Aster gives the bone to Gray and is just like, eh.
I'm sorry,
He's not gonna be using it very much longer.
but
Oh
okay.
no, the guy has like 4 or 5 points of exhaustion. He's not gonna make it through the night.
No, he's not gonna need that by morning.
Pretty much, yeah.
If anything, Aster just made it so he'll die quicker.
It may
Well,
have in a way been a blessing for him.
well, with that, Rasasi he figures that you guys are gonna be fine on your own, and he
Uh,
turns to yes.
Before you go, when we find the things, where do we find you? Or where do we go?
Well, I assume you do not want to become family.
I have my family, thanks.
He nods.
Does Aster understand how Yanti are made?
I think Rashid doesn't understand, but doesn't want to be involved on this quote unquote family.
I would say Does okay? Maybe I'll change my reply for that. Does Esther have proficiency in history?
Yes. Oh no, never mind.
It's one of those things where you kind of need like proficiency and maybe either archaeologist or sage background. So I'm just asking.
No, I don't.
Is anybody here academic?
I'm an acolyte and I'm proficient in history.
That's not.
I was gonna say the best I have is Arcana.
If not, it's fine. It's gonna just be a like funny reaction Mr. had it.
Okay. I mean, right now what you understand is probably somebody has to step into the skull. At least for this particular style of it. Yeah.
I mean, I think Lestrana and Astra probably have some idea because we watched this process of humanoid. It's like we just saw one of the snaky guys go in, and there was an egg. Earlier, we saw a humanoid go in, and then there was an egg.
You know what? Great. Give me a history check. Never mind.
I'm already part of a family. Sorry, Mom would be mad if I went and became Snake.
No, it's more of whether your mom told you the story and 12 is not gonna. Okay.
No,
12 is
this
enough.
is just Gray
Yeah.
being like. But I was already egged once.
We don't want Gray's mom to be upset.
You know, if I'm to believe all of the people on Twitter, kobolds are mammals and don't lay eggs.
Kobolds are more dog-shaped.
There is two very distinctive opinions on Twitter, and one is mammal and one is reptilian. And one of them is that kobolds and dragons are just cousins.
Well, the mammal camp sure loves to draw their porn.
Oh, don't worry about it. They'll come also once they're born.
I'm just going to ignore that comment and continue with the session. So,
things you see on hashtag D&D on Twitter.
Okay, so
moving on.
Moving on. So Rasnasi he turns to his companion. Let us be off. Maybe let's take a short stroll back. It's been a while since I've been outside. And he turns around to the party. You should probably make a move soon. The weather might be fine now, but there are still other dangers within the city that even we cannot control.
Wait,
oh yeah, that reminds me. I have one more question.
I also had questions.
Okay. Then he turns around, crosses his arms, and looks at the party.
One more thing. We saw like some scribbles on the wall about like praise the King of Feathers.
Oh.
What's that about? Kiwi knows what that's about because that's how Kiwi lost their last character in the last Tomb of Annihilation game that Kiwi was in.
Okay, I'm just thinking about how Rasnasi wants to answer this because he's currently in a more happier and playful mood after talking to you guys. The King of Feathers is perhaps one of the oldest inhabitants of the city. And you will know what it is when you see it, but I would advise that if you do see it, get inside any house that you can find.
Mm-hmm.
Do not disturb her or her family, if you can. But her lair resides towards the northwestern corner of the of the city.
Okay.
You will identify her by her crown of feathers. And you notice that he's giving off a very light smile. I'll say for those, I'll just use the previous insight roll. Everyone except Lastrana. You can see that he is intentionally withholding the information as a form of a test.
Like, it's gonna be fun when you see what it is.
No, it's more of if you guys meet it and die, you're probably not going to get all the keys anyway.
That's
Uh,
true.
They never answer my question of where do we find him or where do we go when we find all
Right.
the keys.
So, you guys are not allowed in the parlor. So, if you find the keys, bring them here and give them to to Fantaza. She will know what to do and contact me because I will have to be here.
Okay. Do you know where the tomb entrance is when we're done with it?
You will find it as you explore the city.
Fair enough. How do we do like more mundane stuff? How at night we just grab a house, or do you prefer if we stay at a particular place?
You'll figure it out. You can see he's losing his patience.
Okay, Rocky, let's go now.
Okay.
Who put the bop in the bop she bop she bop?
Cast Chain Lightning at Gray.
No.
Lestrana just playfully grabs Gray's squeaky toy and starts pulling on it.
The new arm.
Alright, and he and his companion begin moving off.
Okay, let's get the fuck out of here.
To
At
where?
least,
Love you. Bye bye.
To other parts of the city.
Let's go start exploring the city and find the things that we need to find to get into the place.
This
Alright,
went
so
remarkably good.
Only because at least one of them isn't completely crazy.
so you back out of the camp, out of this settlement quickly.
Yes.
Like fast walking. Don't want to be rude, running away, but almost.
The sound of a semi-truck backing up noise in fast motion.
Alright.
Yay, we didn't die yet.
Would I request a 5-minute break?
Yes, I think this will be a good time to take a 5-minute break.
Yay!
Let's see if I can have 2 characters end their lives by the King of Feathers.
How about you keep the number to 1?
It's already at 1.
Yeah, as I said, keep it at 1. In other words, not lose another one. Let's get this one past there.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Sometimes things just happen. That's just the way it is.
If they die, they die.
Alright, see everyone in a few minutes.
I have 2 artificers in the wings, so I'm good.
I have 6 clerics in the wing.
I mean, half of me wanted to make another armor artificer and just go with the... I just specialize with the, Guardian armor instead of the Infiltrator armor.
Yep, makes sense. Birby.
I've returned.
Hello, returned.
I have ice cream.
Ice cream.
Okay. Since that didn't go too badly, I can open up my random encounter table then.
Since we didn't all die in the first 5 minutes of the session.
Yep. Okay. Alright, you guys will have left the camp post haste, so you're probably somewhere around here.
Around where Gray is?
We're
Gray
using
is the
Gray
party
as like
marker.
yeah.
Gray is the party marker for the city map.
Gray puffs out their chest, clearly being the main character in this SNES RPG.
Hope it's not Chrono Trigger.
Explain to me.
The
The
main
com-
the main character of Chrono Trigger dies halfway through the game, and you can beat the game without bringing him back.
Mm-hmm. Or you
Or
can
main
go through the
character.
entire time travel shenanigans to bring it back to life.
With a time egg.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can go through the time travel shenanigans and beat the game before he dies.
That's
Not doable,
incredibly
I
difficult.
think. Yeah.
You can do it, but that requires an incredible amount of like over leveling.
Yeah. Alright, you could do that. It's just
You can beat Lavos the first time you encounter him in Zeal when she summons him. It is technically possible to beat him.
I'm just remember. Was this the inspiration for a different time egg?
Mm-hmm. There may have been a time egg in my D&D campaign.
Time egg in your face. Ooh, owned.
Time omelet?
I don't think we'd want to turn that egg into an omelet. That might cause problems.
that's exactly why you do it.
Try it and see.
Mm-hmm.
You would have had to have found another way to bring a god back to life.
Yeah, my character was also trying to use it to bring her best friend back to life, so.
Speaking of ways to bring a cat back to life,
Mm, one of them seems like they might screw it up.
I believe them. I have full confidence.
I mean, I'm sure they can do it, but will they do it before the one messes up the circle?
Oh, I just realized there's something about the image that I don't like.
Which part?
The fact there's one missing. No, it's just the entire cats have 9 lives and I count 8.
Yeah, there's the 5 spirits and the 3 cats, so they're obviously trying to bring the 9th one back.
Oh, right. Okay, I see that
That,
now.
that's how I interpret it.
Oh, I agree. That's a great way
Or
to
the
interpret it.
or the skull is the 9th one.
But that's not a cat skull though.
That's fair.
In one life, they were a cat boy.
Well, I think I would just say that I have been one of the reasons why I was looking back at the old law was because I was trying to figure out the Yuan-Ti. As in what was the entire deal beyond what was given inside the book. So I had to go back and do a bit of research. And my conclusion is that it's actually pretty unfortunate that Watsi didn't do much with them. Beyond
As,
saying that just death cult murderers. It's a
e-
waste, simply put.
No,
as
I'm
someone who has
thinking of
read
the
the
gifts.
entire as someone who has read the entire Forgotten Realms wiki, I agree with you.
I think they did something interesting with, or at least were trying to do something interesting with the Gith Yaki and the Gith Yari or whatever they are in
Yankee. It's the Geth Yankee.
in
Ty,
3.5, but I don't know if they ever went anywhere with it from what I can tell.
I feel like if we actually get a campaign that touches on the astral realm, that they might come back
Mm.
as a major focus. I really hope we get Dark Sun.
I do too, just because my brother had the seconded Dark Sun book, and there were so many plot hooks in that book that could still work so well.
Oh yeah, the story for Dark Sun I just absolutely love. Aside from no bards allowed.
I thought that was just for the DM sanity.
I mean, it was mostly
Wait, the
because
book, the adventure itself says no bars allowed?
the setting book says no bards because the world is so harsh that no one could ever be happy enough to like write poetry or make music in this world.
Oh, so okay, okay.
Dark Sun's world, Aethys, is by far the darkest, most brutal
But
D&D
ha-
5e
have you
setting.
haven't they ever heard sad poetry? There's a lot of it.
It was very much a 90s, let's be edgy, you
Yeah,
can't be happy bullshit.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know a
Uh,
DM that didn't allow bards in Dark Souls, but that's your Dark Sun, Dark Souls.
Dark Souls.
there are
Same
no bars in Dark
difference?
Souls.
Yeah,
It's
Say
like
same difference?
it's like there are no bards in this world except Evanescence.
I would rather live in the world of Dark Souls than in Dark Sun.
one of the concepts for Dark Sun that helps explain it is basically here's a map of the planes from the prime to everything else. Dark Sun is way the heck out here, way outside of all of the other planes. So the normal gods and stuff can't even really reach Dark Sun. So if
And all
you're
of their gods are dead.
so if you're a paladin who gets stranded on Dark Sun, your magic starts ripping away from you pretty quickly.
And the clerics are more like shamans.
And the druids are fucking eco terrorists.
And then there's the Sand Elves and the Sorcerer Kings and the Thrycreen, who are the bug people that I'm very excited got to unearth Arcana.
Alright, so that should be everyone that's back, since I did hear Costa.
I switch my cheese thrower to attack position.
I didn't hear
He's-
Gru.
He's here in spirit.
Mm-hmm.
I throw cheese at the Gru.
We should just be like, oh yeah, Roy died, and see how Gru reacts.
He'll just watch the recording.
No, he won't. And yes, he did die, but it was just his hair to a metallic neon green.
Okay, let's explore some Omu.
So I'll say by the time you guys leave, it's actually sun is already beginning to set.
You realize that we didn't make to any of these people that we met in Omu the joke of Omu, what's this?
I dare you.
I think
I
the
dare you
snake
to go
people
back
might have.
and do it.
I think the snake people might have thrown some lava for it.
Well, regarding my deal as inviting Rashi as family, nope. Into the lava.
Please.
And I'm pretty sure no one in the party will stop me.
Aster doesn't have any spells that can stop you. Goodbye, Rashi.
I mean,
just
I
salutes.
give Rashi feather fall, but that'll just
give
make
her
the fall
time.
take longer.
Give her time to think about what she's done.
I mean, I can
Rashi
give
will
her a
have
minute
12
more to think.
seconds. Rashi will have 12 seconds to think about it before she impacts lava.
Thinking face, that might not have been smart.
Just
Splotch.
pray to your god for immunity to fire damage.
Well, maybe we should find a house and settle down for the night. What do you
Is
think?
it night already?
The sun's beginning to set.
It's approaching evening. We should probably find a place to sleep.
Although Aster doesn't actually notice that it's getting dark because she has super magical vision now.
But you do realize.
I mean, if I looked up at the sky.
No, the colors just start going gray.
No, the so you have full color vision with the warlock thing for 120 feet.
Okay, because dark vision is
Yeah,
black and white.
yeah. The devil sight is full color vision for 120 feet.
Yeah, you just start noticing that things beyond that start getting darker.
Dark. Yeah, it's like I see everything for 120 feet, and then it's just like loading, loading, loading.
My GPU isn't rendering properly. Okay, so I'll say that you guys are.
What if we
You
go?
probably want to
What?
put more distance between you guys and the one and the skull, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we don't want to explore a lot. But so what if we go and stay in the house that we fight?
I'll say the place I put you is roughly near the spider place where you know that you already probably cleared out most of the previous inhabitants, so it's safe-ish. As safe as everyone as you can think of right now, unless you want to explore unexplored buildings.
Not tonight.
So
No,
I'll just
I'd
put you all
like
there.
to sleep.
Yeah. All right. So, is there anything you would like to do at night? Out of curiosity. Assuming there's no encounters.
We already rolled encounters for today.
Which is why I phrased it that way.
I don't think Aster has anything.
Not me.
I don't.
Okay. Gray.
War with the Saxons, but there doesn't seem to be any Saxons here, so Gray will settle down.
If you wanted to fight the Saxons, you need to tell me way before the campaign started so I can introduce them to my setting.
They're yeah, like the people in there's a group of humans that are literally just Egyptians who were kidnapped from Egypt and brought to Faerun because Forgotten Realms is crazy like that.
Okay. So you all have a long rest safely. So just the usual. Rearrange your spells if needed. Especially there's like what 2 classes who rearrange spells right now.
Oh yeah.
Rashi and Esther.
Yeah, I don't really rearrange my paladin spells. Like, I only have the level 1 paladin ones.
I mean, Artificer rearranges spells.
Oh
Do we
right,
need
that's
speak?
spices too.
Do we think we need speak with dead?
DM, to speak with dead work in a Death Curse world?
Has you tried it?
Haven't though.
Is there something dead nearby?
I was about to ask for a Kana roll, but I guess I changed my mind. Yeah, it does. It does. As far as you can tell, no, actually,
Hmm.
oh wow, this is one of those tricky questions. How do I say this without giving away information?
What about you don't say anything and we just try it and waste the
Yeah,
spell if it doesn't work?
let's go with that then.
Well, I'm going to see if I can think of something to take in place of Continual Flame. I don't have enough Ruby Dust for another one anyway.
The death are hard of hearing.
Boo.
All right, Gray is going to lava too.
Do you get darkness silence? Or darkness blindness, whatever it is?
I have blindness deafness.
Okay. You can cast that on Aster whenever they're fighting now if you want.
Why?
To blind and deafen the people I'm fighting.
What?
Aster can see 120 feet in magical or regular darkness.
Yeah, but blindness just it's on a foe. It's on a.
I thought it was like an area of effect.
No, that's darkness. That's a darkness spell.
Okay,
yeah.
Never mind then.
Blindness, deafness is a different thing.
Okay.
I make you blind or deaf. The other one is an area of dark.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know what spells do.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right. So let's proceed. So I think I briefly mentioned this last week, but exploring through the city, I will still ask for 3 encounter rolls for the day. That's one thing. The other would be the party roles have shifted a bit, so there'll be somebody who will be trying to keep the party quiet. There'll be someone doing a stealth roll, and there can be people keeping an eye out. There'll be a perception roll, and there should be someone who's trying to get the party to a place on time. That'll be a survival roll. So in this case, if the party wants to proceed like efficiently and stealthily without getting jumped on, I need a survival, a stealth, and a perception roll from members of the party.
I can do survival unless Rashi wants to do it.
I think the best is probably Roy for the stealth.
Yeah. What's Rashi's survival questa?
What? I
What's
spaced out.
What's Rashi's survival?
3.
Okay, Aster, I'll do the survival then.
What do I do then?
What's your perception?
3.
Gray and Rashi will do rock, paper, scissors for who gets to roll dice.
I have 4 in survival and perception.
But Lestrana is doing the stealth.
No.
Well, no, that was Roy.
That was Roy.
That's why we need someone to do the perception, is because we need Roy to do the stealth.
Yeah.
I mean, I could do the stealth. I get advantage on the roll, but I only have a +4 to it.
I'll say for this case,
wait.
sorry, let's try Silver. Just for this, right? Because you're doing it on behalf of the party, right? The armor only helps you. I need one for the entire party.
Yeah, that's why Roy.
Yeah.
Could you change your character name when you roll for Roy? I know it's a pain in the ass, but for
I'll try to remember, but you're going to have to constantly remind me.
Mhm.
I think the two dragon people will both do perception unless Quasta has better idea.
I have no idea what to do.
Yeah, okay, you can assist somebody else if you want to. I just need to see those three. Whether is it you're all doing the same thing, or two people doing the same thing, or just giving advantage
Do
in
you want
assisting.
to
That's
help?
fine as well.
Do you want to help Gray, or should Gray help you?
Let's both roll because I want to roll.
I just imagine Rashi carrying Gray
Yeah,
on her
yeah,
shoulders.
and one of them they're kind of looking in the wrong direction. Okay, so with that,
Gray does a
in which
long
general
argument on.
direction do you guys want to go in? Because there's no hexes here, I just kind of like you guys want to go towards a specific building that looks like an interesting shape. Do you want? Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I will explore there. Yeah,
Yeah.
All right.
like I think I would try to be very thorough. Like, give me a second.
Let's poke our
I will
heads in the buildings.
I will explore all these buildings, and then all of these, and then this one, and then this ones, and so on and so forth.
So you
we-
kind of we want to cover it block by block.
Yeah, we did the first block yesterday between
Uh,
the
yeah,
spiders and.
and you also did the block at the bottom.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. So I got my roles. I have a direction. The last thing, Esther, could you give me 3d20s?
Goodbye, cruel world. Oh no, a one.
Oh no, it's fine. It's fine.
Do you have any special stuff for Omu?
Oh, I merged it with the main table because half the ones on the main table are bullshit.
I
Okay.
believe that.
So, and what was the survival? 20. All right. So it's also nearby. So you quickly make your way over to the wall. I'll say the outside wall. Uh, the is the wall itself is probably I was about to say 2 meters, but around 8 or 9 feet high. And it's completely made of stone. As you approach it, you don't hear anything coming from the inside. It's completely quiet. I mean, at least to Gray and Rashi, who rolled a 6 and a 10, it's completely quiet.
Nothing's there. We're free to go.
Zero danger, squeaky, 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 squeaky.
Shouldn't we actually go from the front door?
Okay, so meeting the wall, you begin to skirt around the outskirts. The smoke you notice within the complex the previous night, the previous day, has already died out and you don't see any smoke right now. And as you look into the complex, as you reach the entrance, you see that in the center of the complex itself, there appears to be uh, a smoldering pile of dead bodies.
Hey Rashi, you're up.
Hmm. Sure, but let's explore first.
All right, so you enter the compound. Uh, there appears to be what's the word here? An attack on the area of some sorts. You can see uh scorch marks along the walls, presumably by some sort of magic. There are arrows and spears, javelins, that type of weaponry that have been thrown, and you can see some of them embedded in the uh, pile of charred bodies in the center of the compound itself. And as you look around, you kind of realize that the bodies appear to be, well, not as detailed as the one as you encounter outside of Omo, but the bodies here appear to be also somewhat merged and twisted together before being set on fire.
If we hadn't signed an agreement with him.
As you're looking around, could you all give me an investigation roll? All right. Okay. So, for everyone except for Gray, looking around, there appears to be nothing of interest within the compound, as everything that's probably of use or value has already been taken away. But what you do find is, let's see, is this guy even alive right now? You do find in one of the buildings that have been kind of exploded, there appears to be a humanoid buried under the rubble.
Is he dead?
Nearly.
Aster walks over to him. You dead? One
Are
point of
those,
lay on. One point of lay on hands.
are those zombie noises I hear?
I don't think zombie.
So as you put a point of lay on hands on him, it, what's the word here? It enters him, but he's still struggling. Yeah, that's the word here. He's still struggling.
He's exhausted.
He's
Yeah.
on the verge of death, so healing him up to 1 HP means that he stabilizes, but he's not going to die.
Well, unless he's exhausted, which is a different way of dying.
He's give me a medicine check. This guy looks very worn out. Yeah.
Can I try to assess if I can do anything to help them?
Sure. Give him. Okay. Oh. All right.
Dr. Rashi.
Okay.
I'm a
So
doctor.
from quickly, as you, I'm just gonna say that as you pull him out of the rubble that he's currently still being buried under, you see a old man. He's balding on the top. Hold on, he actually has character art. But he appears to have been stuck and probably trapped under the rubble for a few days. So in mechanics terms, this guy has like 4 points of exhaustion right now. But as you pull him out, he does. Sorry, did you all manage to get his face?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
I'm glad we're not
Okay.
mechanics, though, because he needs a doctor, not a mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
What?
I mean,
So-
technically, I'm a mechanic.
Yeah, we have one.
So as you pull him out, he appears to he appears to realize that he's being rescued, and he croaks out, "Food, water, please."
Yep, coming right up.
Aster shoves a ration in his face.
No.
Right.
Aster doesn't. Aster. Aster doesn't eat their rations.
Oh, jeez. Rashi says something like, while putting him like sitting on a wall and giving him a little bit of water. You need to, if you ever gonna have kids, you need to learn how to do these kind of things.
Also, where's that spreadsheet with the inventory that's in the ring?
It's less of a spreadsheet, more of a handout. It's called ring storage under the characters.
Okay, I
I
thought
did you check on it?
no.
Great.
Okay, there is there in there is everything that Terry had.
Okay.
I did not get time to move the stuff off bag.
Gray
Yeah, I'll just-
hears the comments about how you need to be careful about how children eat stuff, grabs a ration, eats it, and then tries to regurgitate it into his.
No. Aster pushes him away. No.
I mean, I
If
was
I kill
about
the party right now, no one would judge me.
Ratchet says, but I was gonna do exactly the same thing.
No, he can eat.
If ah, fine. Okay. Moving on. As he appears to regain a bit more color to his face as he's done drinking the water and eating the rations. Thank you so much.
He's speaking common.
He's speaking in common, yes. Is there anyone else still alive?
What do you mean by anyone else?
Aster looks out at the pile of burning corpses.
My employee, my employer.
I mean,
I think we probably have a different employer.
Huh? He's a bit confused. He's disorientated right now.
Don't ask too many questions, just rest and answer our questions.
No, Rashi, let him rest. And once he's feeling a little better, we will exchange information.
Okay.
So he kind of props himself up against, leans back against the walls. Well, my name is Orvex. And he glances around. Where are the others?
As if we tried to mention, we are not affiliated with whoever you are here with.
Oh, okay. I wonder if any of them escaped.
Can you tell us what happened to you?
He looks up and sees Trevor and begins skittering to another corner of the room.
I see, that makes sense.
No! Keep it away from me.
Aster goes over and sits next to him. We're not with. We made a truce with them so that they wouldn't attack us. But we are not working for them.
He calms down slightly. Is there anything you'd like to do to him, or letting him just stay here?
Aster would ask him what he and his group were doing here before they were dispatched.
I'm in here as a translator for the Red Wizards who hired me.
All I have. Well, if the Red Wizards are those burning corpses outside, you are going to need a new employer.
But do you
All
know
right.
do you know in general what your group was doing here?
They were searching for shrines. I have, and they bring me notes written in Omuan, and it's a old language of the land, and I transcribe it for them here. This is, he looks around, sorry, this was my office.
So you lived here?
No, I live in Port Nyansaru. I just happened to, these people hired me for my services.
I quite am confused because I have the feeling that they just come here and got wrecked, but you said that this is his office?
Like he was not like going out and adventuring with them.
Yes,
They,
that's what I was going for. Yeah.
they had set up a base camp here. He stayed at base camp.
Ah,
And they went out and got wrecked, if Aster's hunch about the body pile is correct.
sorry, but now I will not abide for any other representation of Omuan other than that kawaii pseudo-Japanese sort of writing.
I'm gonna shove Rashi off a cliff.
Into
I
the
mean,
lava.
I have many
unfortunate.
ways.
I'm trying to find the notes we found on the wall, what exactly they said.
Those notes were written in common.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if they mentioned the shrines, or if they only mentioned the cubes. Oh, here they are.
Okay.
I think they did mention the shrines.
I've gone in search of the 9 shrines, V. The puzzle cubes are the key. Those 2 lines were together, so... do we know that how many puzzle cubes we need? I mean, I know how many puzzle cubes we need.
Yeah, I know.
Did Ross Nissi mention the number, or...
No, he did. He intentionally did not mention a number because he was not allowed to.
something Asarak, go fuck yourself.
I mean,
Yep.
I would wager the guess if there's 9 shrines, maybe
There's-
9 cubes.
That I feel like that's a reasonable deduction to make.
Yeah, that is definitely a reasonable deduction. Yes.
It's actually 14 cubes, 2.3
I mean,
per
I am
shrine.
making this deduction as somebody who has never read the campaign itself, nor played in it, nor watched it get played.
Or died in it horribly several times.
Rashi, this is your final warning.
Okay.
No.
I have
Well-
many tools at my disposal. I can easily just say, bring in the King of Feathers and we'll just get rid of a character.
Aster would leave Rashi to die. King of Feathers ain't no joke.
You have displeased royalty. You must suffer the consequences.
Oh, no. Aster will ask if he would like to return to Port Nyanzaru.
I would very much like to, yes.
Well, for the low cost of being our translator while we get the puzzle cubes, we will make sure you get back there.
If he thinks about it. Very well, yes, I agree to your
Excellent.
terms.
We have a translator, so I don't have to waste spell slots and comprehend languages.
But this guy also has 4 points of exhaustion, so be careful if you drag him around.
I think it best if we maybe leave him here so he doesn't get put in danger.
No, something's gonna hit him if we leave him. Aster can babysit him on the back
Yeah.
of the group.
Yeah. Aster will babysit him
Sorry.
until he's feeling
No,
better.
not Aster. I generally meant Asaka. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Oh
we'll
yeah,
we
Azaka can piggyback him, no issues.
we won't put him in any obvious danger.
All right. So you're howling this translator with you right now.
I assume there's no need for speak with the dead here.
Aster still thinks we should talk to the pile of corpses.
Hey, guy, did you find some cubes slash keys slash puzzles?
He thinks about it. My employers have never shown me a cube. They just come to me with things to translate, and that's it.
If they find them, the snake people have it.
Aster goes over to Rashi.
Hmm?
I don't exactly want to drag him around with us, but I also don't want him to get wrecked. Can you ask Trevor to go tell Rossi, nice guy? Aster's having trouble pronouncing the name.
Rasnasi.
Rossi that that this guy is with us
I
and should not be yeeted into the lava or an egg.
I would love to, but I don't control Trevor. Trevor, do you want to go?
Wait, you're asking if Trevor wants to go visit Rasnasi?
And tell them all of that.
Oh, curiosity, what's the intelligence of a flying snake?
I mean, I think they're pretty smart. I know they're used to carry messages in other campaigns.
Yeah, but those are also technically under the influence of a find familiar spell.
Yeah, this is the intelligence of
I was gonna say it's probably like a 2 or a 3.
2.
I
I
mean, you
mean,
could
we
try. I
might
have no
be able to
guarantee on it.
we might be able to send him to Rosnasi and say we found a new friend.
With the intelligence of 2, I believe
They don't.
they
They don't. Yeah, they don't know any languages either
yeah
by default.
they just let me and do the snake tongue thingy.
Okay, babysitting it is.
Okay, so Azaka will be helping you, I don't know, carry Ovex
Until he recovers.
till he recovers. So probably take a few days, but he'll be fine after that. So long as y'all keep there's upkeep to be done, but it'll be okay.
Do we check this side?
So with that, which direction would you like to proceed?
Have we
We
checked
could.
all the buildings in this area?
I'll say that you guys did a very good once over of the within the compound. So yes.
I say we go across the street or this back area.
Back
Uh,
area looks awfully shrine-like to me.
okay.
Yeah, the back area looks shrine-like, but we're
Does
closer to
anybody
it
need me
now.
to explain to them what the sharp bodies in the center are doing, or is the meaning very clear at this point?
I mean, I thought it's the group of this guy. They were found out and killed and just burned the bodies.
I mean, I assume it's another like warning from the Yanti.
Yeah, I'll say with the collective intelligence of the party that this is once again now that you understand what the ritual is being done and you remember the meat sculpture from the other just a week ago, roughly. This is definitely a symbol to worship Denda.
Well, Astri has no beef with Dender. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Dendar,
probably the right thing to say. All right,
Dendar.
so if you're clearing, like the way Costa drew the squares just now, this is about like a left or right counting.
Left.
Left. Okay.
Dendar, the last dinosaur.
So you skirt around the outside of the building, making your way over to what appears to be a smaller walled compound. And you easily find not and in front of it you do see a rectangular pool of water that's in front of this compound, and beyond it there is a small stone building inside it, which has a how do I say? There are two stone. Okay, actually I think I'll just load you guys in the map. So then it'll be faster for me to explain it.
Oh no, there is a map.
That means it's one of the shrines.
Yeah. Hold on, which shrine is this? Okay.
We, the party, still don't know what the quote unquote the shrines are.
In a way.
We know the group of this guy was searching for them.
And
Hold on. It's
and
still
they-
the day, so you guys got daylight. Okay.
and they were also searching for the cubes. You know, this music seems a little happy for.
We're finding a new place. Like do 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 do.
1, 2, 3. Rashi.
We haven't discovered the scary part of the new zone yet.
Roy.
Mm,
I'm just gonna say Azaka is here, but she's currently tending to Ovex, who is still suffering from points of exhaustion. So for the party, the 5 of you,
Where are we?
you guys are the top left hand corner of the map.
There we are. I found us.
Yeah. So top left hand. Which I guess at this point, if y'all can just guess that the map is being divided into 9, so
1 of 9.
in front of you, you do see this pond that's rectangular. The water is unclear, and on your right hand, where there's a lower walled compound. So inside it, you see a stone structure. Inside it, and there appears to be 2 stone obelisks in front, which are hold on. These 2 are stone obelisks. And in the center of the pond here, this thing here, it appears to be a statue of a stone frog.
Is on purpose that I see a sad face?
Yeah, that's just the way that thing looks like. I don't know why, but yeah.
No, it's totally pareidolia.
It's described as a stone frog, but it looks like a face. That's my one of my original complaints to my previous DM. But yeah, what would the party like to do here?
I mean, I will explore the main building.
Within the compound?
Yeah. That's my idea, at least.
Okay.
Or is there anything like written on the statues or anything on the walls?
How deep is the fall to the water?
So one thing at a time. So
Sorry.
I'll just go backwards since that's actually the thing closest to you. How deep the water itself? There's about a foot, 2 feet worth of distance before it touches the water. As for how deep the water is it's kind of too murky to tell how deep it is exactly. As for Esther, from your current position right now, you do not see anything of interest.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, and I think the last thing that was mentioned was Rashi wanted to look around, correct?
It was a proposition to the group.
Okay.
I mean, once we've inspected out everything outside, we should probably work our way inside.
What if we walk like this way? Oh, no, or better this way, and like go see the pillars, and then find what is inside.
All right. So le- okay. So leading the way in, Rashi leading the way in. The shrine itself appears to be covered in vines and ivy. So it's kind of what's the word here? Overrun in a way. But as you approach to that location, you can kind of tell there appears to be a door, a pair of stone doors where Rashi is standing.
Found a door.
Yeah. And for kind of the answer Esther's question from just now, there's some written across the doors. There appears to be some sort of language that you cannot read.
Esther goes and gets our piggy back for a second.
I think Azaka will follow along because it's probably safer inside than outside.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Ovex, who Azaka is carrying, comes over. The two of them come over. He glances at the words. Kubazan urges us to tread without fear and to give back as much as we take. I assume you guys want that in writing.
Yes.
Brains are
Ah.
mush, so writing is kind of more stable.
Kubazan.
That's what it says.
Yes.
Who's Kuba-san again?
Kubazan is one of the 9 trickster gods. And you see, despite 4 levels of exhaustion, you see Ovex's eyes light up.
Even exhausted, he's a giant nerd.
So
I mean, if you get me on my favorite
yeah.
topic, I don't care how tired or exhausted I am. I will talk about it all day long.
no. Wait a second. I look into his eyes and say, "Do you like the trickster gods?"
He's a bit confused by your question. I mean, the legends around them are very interesting. Their rise and fall and how it ties with Omu itself.
Okay, I just want to check if he's a nerd or he's a cultist.
Oh, nerd. He's not hiding anything. This is a nerd.
Okay. So what could you tell us about Kuba-san?
Well, Kuba-san is one of the 9 trickster gods. He takes a form of a giant frog.
Points out the statue.
And he's hold on, trying to find the details. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure I wrote this down somewhere. Kuba-san. Yeah. He's known, the stories claim that he's playful. Sorry, did you catch that? Yeah.
Yes. Why do I
Okay.
have the feeling that whatever we continue here, it's gonna give us something, but it's gonna be painful?
Well, the thing says give back as much as you take.
So just don't take more than we give.
Can you help me opening the door, Aster?
Is it locked or is it just closed?
Uh,
I have an idea. We have a rogue.
okay, so you try pushing against the door. The door is locked and it's very heavy. Yes, and you do have a rogue, yes, but
I mean, the drow can try unlocking. Provided, of course, they can find a locking mechanism.
so I'll say if you ask Roy to do it, uh, Roy would find what appears to be a keyhole.
Then let's look for a key.
But but I okay, metagaming a little bit. I feel like this is a place where he should do thieving's tool. I feel like something bad will happen to Roy if he does that. That's why it's being avoided.
Roy is not here to make his own mistakes.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's not here to make his own mistakes.
And I don't want to mistake mistakes for Roy.
Okay, so
I mean, if there's a keyhole, maybe we search for a key, maybe under the mat, their doormat.
no, the bottom is grass. Like I think it's safe enough to. No, never mind. Please carry on with what you're doing.
We can search for a key.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so looking at so if you look at the pond itself, the bridges, there are a few bridges there, but most of them are collapsed. Yeah, so collapsed bridge, collapsed bridge, collapsed bridge. So there is just like the remains of a large stone monolith in the water.
Hmm.
That's also
Aster,
covered in moss.
Aster is slightly worried and will take this time to repeatedly cast False Life until he hits 8 HP.
No problem. It won't matter anyway. So what is the party doing?
I think we should send Roy to check the statue in the middle.
Okay, sorry. Please carry on.
Okay, I am my brain is a little shut off, so I'm gonna do something stupid.
All right.
I'm gonna try to force open the door.
Okay, so you're attempting to shoulder the door.
Or yeah, or shoulder it, or grab it and push it to the side.
Okay. You push against the door, with all your strength. Could you give me an athletics check? And you impact against the door with a resounding bang. But the door does not budge.
Dang it!
This is a who has a perception of higher than 16?
Roy.
Fuck.
Maybe DM it
Oh no, sorry.
to
I was looking at the wrong thing. Who has the higher than 14?
Roy.
Sorry, I have a 14.
Oh, okay, good. Uh, Lestrana, you notice as Rashi impacts against the door, there appears to be a ripple in the pond itself. In the pond behind you. And as you turn around to observe this ripple, you notice that there is an eye stalk in the water.
There's something in the
And
pond.
a large hulking figure lifts
What is
itself out of the water.
what is eye stock?
You know how a submarine sees above water?
I was gonna say this
Ah,
quickly. I was gonna say this quickly appendages on a beholder.
Less
Well,
of a beholder, but it's more of a froggy mouth. Can I have initiative, please?
Well, I was referring to understanding what eye stalk was.
That's true. That's true.
we are being stalked. Yes.
Uh, I saw a bit. Okay, Roy's initiative. Good for him.
0.
Okay, you probably need it too. I will say Azaka drops Orvax on the floor and joins initiative also.
Mm.
Yeah.
Astrana, kill it.
that's we need Asaka help.
Yeah, kind of.
Astrana, kill it.
Technically, Roy has a 19 dex, so should be going before me.
Yeah, okay.
Turn on his tiebreaker for him.
I just did.
Good. Because that way Gru will have to have listened to the recording and heard us say this to turn off the tiebreaker.
I also actually implemented his expertise on perception and thieves' tools.
Ah, yes.
He did not have them marked.
Gru is playing hard mode to
I respect that choice he made. Fuck, dang.
Ah, yes. You experience what a lot of us have experienced while piloting Gru's character, tied up his character sheet.
Yeah, I did that to Chad, so
I
I
have
mean-
done that, Chad.
I did that to some extent on Chad, but I had a lot to deal with.
Okay, so let me see. If you consider tiebreaker, I believe Roy would be above Lastrana, and the Froggy Mouth would be after Lastrana. All right.
I
So-
was happy. I was happy with my 12.
Yeah, I don't often get high initiatives. Okay, so Azaka. Oh, that's not a very good angle. Azaka's gonna run out. You guys
There's a
are
hole
fogging out
here.
the place, so she's gonna run out. How much movement does she have? So
Asaka's abandoned us.
she'll run over to here and longbow the froggy moth. One, two. She'll miss the first shot and hit the second shot for 8 damage. Okay, that'll be her turn. What's Roy doing?
Roy, not wanting to be anywhere near melee, is going to back up
Mm-hmm.
and
something creatures who haven't taken their turn this combat
yeah.
yet.
So he
You're
has
so close to
advantage.
losing. Yeah, he has advantage, and therefore sneak attack.
yay.
That'll hit. 13 damage. Alright.
Yes, only 2d6.
I am debating whether I should just use the action surge. Probably.
You can't use it if he's dead.
So
But
I'm
he
just
gets
gonna
it back on
action
short
surge
rest.
and do it again.
The second attack is without the sneak attack.
Still
Uh,
with advantage.
Yeah,
Is
can only
it?
sneak attack.
I'm not sure about. I'm not sure about that interaction.
Let me look at assassin.
I know Scout doesn't get sneak
Oh,
attack
yes, you do,
twice
you
a
do,
turn
you
until
do.
level 17.
You do. You still have advantage on this attack.
Just no sneak attack.
Yeah. That will hit. 10 piercing. Alright.
Okay. And dart around the corner and use bonus action hide.
Sure, give me a stealth check.
That's a new max damage on a turn for.
Good for Roy.
Roy's our boy.
Alright. Feeling confident. Moving on. Lestrana, it's now your turn.
Lestrada's gonna move here.
Mm-hmm.
Clear the way for the melee people behind her.
Mm-hmm.
And shoot.
Go,
Alright.
Iron Man.
That will hit. And
10 damage.
you know, so as you are lighting both impacts against the froggy moth, you notice the current runs through its skin and it's kind of it flinches and screeches.
Oh, he didn't like that. Let me do it again.
Do it again.
It's a 14 hit.
That hits.
That one's only 6. The second one is not there because I only do that one once a turn.
Okay, I'm doing max. Okay. Alright.
I'm gathering that's probably more like it actually was a 12, but
Okay, it's now the froggy moth's turn. Okay. Alright, let's run now. You notice the eye stalks on the froggy moth turn towards you as you made it very upset. And it opens its mouth and its tongue flies out and flies towards your direction and hits you. Could you give me a strength saving throw?
oh no. Oh no.
Okay. And the tongue wraps around you and pulls you all the way into the water next to it. So you splash into the water, you go.
No, I don't
And
want to splash.
you notice as the tongue still stay around you. Okay, I just stay for flavor sake. The tongue is still around you. Notice that the froggy mouth is opens its mouth and is about to bite you, but then there's a slight as a bit of residue static hits it and it stops moving. Gray, it's now your turn.
Okay. Gray
Yeah.
comes around the wall because couldn't see anything. Goes, ah, big thing.
So just to be clear, Lestrana, sorry, Great, I apologize. Just to be clear, Lestrana, you're currently trading water. Adventurers all know how to swim, so or at least trade water. Great, it's now your turn. Yeah, sorry.
Has horrible PTSD flashbacks of a paladin getting eaten by one of these things, and
Yep.
stabs.
All right, go ahead.
Does this count as a party member in melee?
Yeah, it does. Lestrana is treading water, so
Thank
next to
you
the
for
froggy
being
mouth. So
in
yes.
melee, Lestrana.
I went out of melee. I went out of the water.
Uh,
you can-
uh,
You can
hold
spend
on, let me-
twice your movement to get out of the water.
Maybe I'll try to
Okay,
shove
so
him off.
the two, so you hit it, attempt to hit it twice, but it just bounces off the froggy mouth.
Bad. No, down.
Are you doing anything else?
No.
Okay. Rashi, it's now your turn.
Yes, sorry. I run up to here. I touch Aster's sword and I say, "Fuck him up,"
I'm gonna fuck him up.
and I cast elemental weapon on Esther's sword on lightning.
Ooh.
So
Good choice.
it has a +1 on
Well, it would need to be Aster's, not sword. The other weapon Aster has.
whatever you wanna. What do you wanna? Why?
The sword is technically magical,
Ah,
Yeah, it has
do
to be a
you
non-magical weapon.
but I have a
You-
maul all equipped also.
Yeah.
are you gonna use them all, or you prefer to use your sword and use this on us? So do I do something else?
You can use that on Gray.
Yeah, Gray's weapon is not magical right now. You can use it on Gray.
Okay, I change the plan. No, because
That's up to you.
I would use it on Gray's because I have a magical weapon.
sure, I put it on Gray and say, "Fuck him up,"
Alright.
and I put myself here. He's 2 sizes bigger than me.
3, but yes.
Is 3 sizes larger?
Yeah, because you are medium, this guy's huge. So medium, large, huge. Then I think
sizes
I just have a
large.
different way of doing calculation than you. It's fine. So Rashi, I think your turn there.
That's my action.
Mhm.
How tall do I see him? Like their eye stalks? Do we see him at our eye level? Much higher? Much below?
Its eye stalks are still above your eye level. So it's the entire body that's above the water is about 20 feet high.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's my turn.
Alright. Esther, it's now your turn.
Um, because he's huge, he's technically taking up this square right here, right?
It's a bit squeezy, I think. Because he's also a bit further down. Is there any way you can get closer than that?
So 5, 15.
Ah, you can stand next to Rashi, that'll be fine. Yeah.
Okay. Aster is first going to cast Hex, targeting athletics.
Alright.
Is a skill or a stat?
You choose I think you choose.
It's
Well,
a stat, right? So you can just choose strength, I believe.
okay. Yeah, it's just an ability. So
Oh,
I
it's an
choose strength.
ability. Yeah, so strength, alright.
Okay, so I choose strength for Hex. And then Aster is going to pull out their greatsword and do the big damage. Let me make sure all my boxes are checked here. The first roll to hit,
That will hit.
and then I'm going to smite, and the hex damage, and the genie's wrath, and the purple flame blade. 35 damage!
Paladins.
We go, Burr.
Their spell slots are for their damage, not for healing their friends.
That's what Land Hands is for.
Alright.
Genith Wrath is now to 3.
What?
Genius
Yeah,
Wrath is.
It's my proficiency bonus.
Ah.
Sorry, a lot of max going on here. Alright. Okay. So as you hit down with your greatsword, a bunch of elemental effects go off, but you realize that the flame from your blade doesn't seem. It just kind of glances against the Froggy Moth's wet skin and doesn't seem to do much. But the rest of it is all okay.
Fine, I'll take the 2 damage from the fire.
Mm-hmm.
So less fire damage, right?
Not just that, but yeah.
But for stats.
So it does
Everything.
2.
I'll message you. I'll message you so long as you, but don't tell anyone.
Okay.
Well, it has resistance to fire, we know that.
I mean, that kind of makes sense.
Okay.
All right. So the damage, you know what to do with it. All right. I assume Esther is staying there.
Yes, Aster would rather get attacked than have Lestrana attacked.
Okay. Azaka's turn. Azaka will move down to get a better angle and proceed to longbow it. Where were these rolls when I play Masashi?
Waiting for you to DM.
Yep. 13 damage. Okay. Azaka will then move back. Roy's turn.
Roy is gonna come around the corner out of hiding.
Yes.
Was hiding successful?
Yes.
Does that mean I get advantage?
For what? The first attack, yes.
Well, I'm not gonna get a second because I don't have extra attack yet.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, but so you have advantage on this. That hits. Alright.
And gonna sneak back around the corner and stealth again.
Alright.
And that is Roy's turn.
Hey, Snooky.
Mm-hmm.
I sent you a message.
I'm gonna quickly run and refill my drink while Silver takes her turn.
I'm waiting for
I
Sir
apologize
Peter
if my description wasn't clear, but there was two contradicting explanations I had to give at the same time.
You saying it to
Okay.
me?
No. I'm saying it to you because to reply to your question.
Okay, okay.
That was Roy's turn. Lestrana. Who you're currently trading water.
Lestrana's gonna try to telekinetically shove this thing away from her.
Alright. Is there a size limitation to this?
Nope. That is copied directly from the feed.
Alright. So 16. And I have disadvantage because of the hex. It passes.
Oof.
I was gonna suggest, for flavor, reversing the push, but it failed anyway. So
Eh.
Is Lestrana restrained or grappled?
Oh no. The froggy moth punked Lestrana over and let go.
Okay.
I believe. Yeah, it let go. So it kind of let go because it was about to chomp down and didn't want to bite its own tongue. Then when it tried to bite, it kind of twitched slightly and from some sort of static, left residue static, and it stopped biting.
Well, I assume over here are some stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Despite the fact I'm still in range, I'm going to try backing up to those stairs.
So you're moving?
Uh-huh.
Okay, then I guess I'll take his opportunity attack. It's gonna bite you. Does a 15 hit you?
No.
Good. You make it to the stairs.
And I'm going to zap it.
Alright? The first attack misses. The second attack hits.
For 11 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Well, probably more because they're both lightning. He doesn't like that.
So maybe I'll just describe it one more time. So when you lightning impacts against the froggy moth, you see the current flow over the froggy moth, and it seems to be getting hit by static.
Hmm.
Ooh. Okay.
Well,
So that's your turn. But I'll say swimming over is probably half your movement, so you take twice your movement. So you'll be end of it, you'll be on the stairs right now. So bonus action, shove, attack, and movement. So you should be done, right? Or is there anything else you'd like to do or say?
I get 5 more feet of movement speed because that was only 30 and I have 35.
I'll say the stairs are a bit higher, so you just end up there.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's half, so you have like 2 feet of movement, and that's a bit troublesome on a 5 hex grid. Okay. It's now the froggy moth's turn. Oh, so many delicious people.
I'm the most delicious.
No, but you're not bite-sized. You know what? F this shit. I'm gonna bite Grey. I'm gonna bite you off from left to right. It's gonna bite Grey. $28.
Oh fuck.
Yeah,
So you notice the mouth opens and encompasses Grey completely. So Grey takes 26 plus 8 damage. And as a reaction, you turn into the beast while you're inside the froggy moth's stomach.
Yep.
Okay.
Angry beast,
And
no longer tiny.
so for the rest of you, you notice that the gullet of the froggy moth kind of bulks out slightly. And you all figure that, oh, okay, there's a beast inside the froggy moth right now. Can they do it?
Oh, no, I'm just remembering when I remember when listening to a paladin get eaten by one of these.
Oh,
Since
okay.
I was not there, but I listened to it.
Alright.
Snooky, are you 100% sure it does the acid right now? Because
Oh,
it
yeah, so-
says the 36 at the start of the Froggy Moth's turn.
There's also acid when it gets in the process of being swallowed.
Okay,
So
fair
it does
enough.
acid attack. It does acid twice.
Okay.
So that's a froggy mouse turn. Do I want to do anything else? I think that's fine. It's now the beast's turn. You are currently blinded and restrained inside of the froggy moth.
Okay, and what's the effect of restrained? And what's the effect of blinded?
So when you're
Disadvantage and
blind,
disadvantage.
yeah, that's basically you can't. I don't even think you can move. So you can't. Your movement speed is 0, I believe. You have disadvantage on attacks. So let's see. Let's take a look again. So you're blinded and restrained. So under blind, you can't see. So any check that requires sight will fail. Attack rolls that you are going to do have disadvantage. That will be for blind. For restrained, Hold on, turning the page. For restraint, your speed is 0. You also have a disadvantage on attack rolls, and you have disadvantage on dex saving throws.
Okay.
So your attacks are essentially a double disadvantage, if that were ever a thing.
Okay, and to confirm that doesn't matter with dark vision?
Right now, even if you had dark vision, your face is against a gauntlet, so you're not seeing anything at all. Yeah.
Okay. The beast is going to bite back,
Fair.
so it's going to. Well, A, it's already raged. B, it's going to recklessly attack, and it's going to bite.
Alright. Sounds fair. That hits. Alright, so 9 damage.
Let me just double check the rule on the proficiency bonus HP, right? So it's actually 3 HP now, not 2.
Yeah, 3 HP once per turn.
So the beast is up to 17 HP. And then, because it's got this sword in its hand, and its mouth is already full of frog, it's going to two-hand grip the sword and try to cut a hole out of the frog while taking lunch with it.
From Hell's Heart, I stab in
Apparently
the...
not.
You have
That
a plus.
hits.
That's a +1 because of my spell.
Yeah, that's why it's a 9. I rolled
Oh,
a
no,
3.
It still hits. 12 still hits.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'd imagine the inside is not as armored as the outside.
No, there's another reason, but carry on. 12. Go ahead, roll damage. Oh, you rolled max damage on that. Alright.
Well, the lightning only did half damage, but
Let me see. Brain doing max. Okay.
actually, let me double check that Barbarian's bonus damage doesn't go up. Pretty sure it's not level 5, but
I mean, if it's proficiency bonus, it would've.
No, it's not proficiency. The rage damage doesn't do that. Okay. Let's see.
5.5 can't come soon enough.
So, as the beast bites and slashes against the insides of Froggymoth, people outside try to see it bubble, see his stomach kind of shifting. What's my check? Oh, Grace, and the beast, it almost vomits, but the belly is still shaking with the beast inside it. Rashi, it's now your turn.
by the way, thank you for letting me use the line, the beast bites back.
Thank you. You're welcome.
From the frog's heart, you stab at the...
Thinking.
No problem.
Oh, is the bite only a bonus action or an action?
The bite is an action. The bite is done as part of your multi attack. If we are to be more clear on it.
Yeah, no, I was just double checking because for some reason I was thinking, oh, is it a bonus action? No, it's not.
We had this discussion previously because when I rolled up a Beast Barbarian, I was looking through the attacks and I really kind of realized that we might have been doing things wrong previously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that conversation now. Beast is going to eat its way out of the frog.
Sorry, I was thinking. I think I'm just gonna bop it with my mace.
Fair enough.
Twist it.
Bop it.
That hits.
You bopped it hard. That was a crit.
It's still a crit.
A 2 and a 1.
That's still a hit.
The beast gives Rashi a hug through the frog.
Ew.
What movie was that?
That's freaky.
Uh-huh.
That's my turn.
Yeah. So I'll
It's
say at this
okay,
point you
you're
do notice
doing
that the
good.
froggy moth is looking tired. Rashi.
Good.
Yep. Esther.
I would like to extract my kobold from the frog.
By climbing inside.
No, by stabbing the frog.
You weren't very clear, so I just want to be clear. So, please perform your open heart surgery on this frog.
I was gonna think more of a dissection.
Is it 15 hit?
I'll say it's roughly the same dissection open heart surgery. Yeah, 15 hits. Sorry.
I would also like to smite.
Carry on.
Yee.
Holy shit.
So, 19 plus 13 is 20, 32.
36.
Wait, 19 plus 13 is 36?
No, that's
Well,
32.
4 fire.
and then-
4 from the fire.
Okay, sorry. My brain isn't very fast right now.
It's a
Okay.
total of 36 with full damage.
Alright. You can see kind of rolling from the attacks.
I still just look at Rashi. You gotta put your entire arm into it.
Okay.
But I'm using it.
I don't know what bonus actions
Yeah,
are.
so it's now Azaka's turn. Who's just gonna shoot 2 arrows into it.
Who DF?
Oh,
I don't know what it is.
Azaka will shoot 2 more arrows into it. 1 hits. Alright. Roy?
Roy's going to poke around the corner again. And
What was the stealth roll previously?
20.
Okay, good enough. Alright.
It was
Carry
20
on.
something.
26.
Alright.
So I get
You have
advantage.
advantage. Yes. That will hit. Alright.
And stick back around the corner and hide.
Alright. As Roy is running towards the corner, one of the eye stalks is tracking Roy.
Scott and Wise is this thing that keeps starting out of the fight.
Yeah, this gopher has to die.
No,
Lestrana, it's now your turn.
Now it's Lestrana's turn.
Yep.
Lestrana's gonna zap it some more.
Alright. That will miss. Second attack. That's also a miss.
I'm sorry.
It got zapped from the inside this round. It's fine.
Yep. It was just more of a... You see the froggy mouth basically like covered in wounds and bleeding.
But I'm gonna move
Uh.
back over here.
It's gonna... Can I take a reaction? No, I can't. Okay. So, froggy mouth's turn. Start of his turn, acid would bite into the beast. 3d6.
Again?
Yeah, start of the turn because the beast is currently being digested.
Ah, yeah.
13 damage to the beast.
That's acid type. damage, so it
Uh,
is not half.
I don't... You know, let's go get greedy. I said I'll eat the paladin, so I'll eat the... No, wait, I didn't say I'll eat the paladin. I said I'll eat from left to right. I'm gonna try biting on Rashi.
I mean, the paladin has done way more damage.
But I already said I was gonna eat from left to right, so I'm not gonna change that.
Okay.
14.
Aha! Aha!
Okay. Great, it's now your turn. The beast.
The beast is still somehow standing.
More like lying down, but yes.
So
Like one of
there
those-
is a chomp.
Reckless, right?
Yep, because of reckless.
Okay. And as you chomp, you feel the contractions around the stomach stop. But you're still inside the stomach.
There's a lot more chomps to follow that, and some stabbing and surgery, and eventually the beast makes a new mouth.
You
Okay.
ripped him a new one.
Could you just roll me a bite or longsword damage just for fun of it?
So
Not
it's
the
wrong
longbow.
weapon.
That's the wrong long weapon.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say, with the help of the other party members, you managed to extract the beast from inside the froggy moth before the froggy moth stomach continues digesting the beast. And you pull out a beast.
Congratulations, it's a beast.
Yes, it's a beast. You must be so proud. You are now a proud father or mother, depending.
I'll prestidigitation stuff off the beast.
Yep, and I'll say in this course of time, the beast, unless David, is there anything you'd like to do as a beast before changing back into grey?
Eating as much of the frog as possible before digestion kicks in.
All right.
So
No,
like,
I just had the image of there's a particular transformation show that I watched where they turn into something large, they ate something, and when they turn back, they vomited the thing out because the stomach couldn't hold it. Anyway,
so theoretically,
not important.
there's 8 turns of the beast biting the frog corpse and getting 3 HP every turn.
So he's doing the cheese wheel strat.
I'm inquesting whether or not that's viable.
Okay, so inside the attack, it says a creature. It counts the case that it's a dead creature, still a creature. However, I'll say at least for this case, there's enough of the froggy moth for you to do it. Maybe let's just give me a number. Roll a d6 for me.
Sure.
3 times, so you can gain back 9 HP.
Alrighty.
Are there any like small woodland creatures around?
Yes, I can point out 2 of them at the very least.
Okay. I'm not too sure about your question, Kiwi. Is there a specific woodland creature you're looking for?
Oh no, I can just use Trevor. Aster transfers their hex to Trevor just in case they need it again.
Whoa, rude!
Based on my recollection of Hex, you can't transfer it until the thing is dead.
Yeah, the beast is dead, or the frog is dead.
Yes, but if you pass it to Trevor, in order for
And we
you
have
to
to
transfer
kill
the spells,
Trevor.
you have to kill Trevor.
Oh, are there any like small woodland creatures around?
You can just trap in a cage or something.
Like we still got to go into this temple. Like Aster doesn't want to waste the spell.
Roll me a d20 for dumb luck.
Yee. Yee!
Sure.
How's that for dumb luck?
Alright, there is a horned rabbit in the area.
Aster catches the rabbit. Sup, buddy?
Why not another pond frog, but a normal frog?
Aster's carrying a 2 HP rabbit with her.
It's like 1.
1 HP rabbit that has its dexterity hexed. You and me are gonna be good pals, friend. Hope we don't have to fight anything else, because if we do,
Oh, no,
you're
it-
dying.
It has 3 HP. Alright.
Poor thing.
Okay.
Gray fades
So-
back
Aster could punch it.
into shape from the beast, lies down at
Mhm.
Rashi's feet, and starts to snore.
Look at it this way: the rabbit will be dinner afterwards if I don't have to.
Yeah, you just got dinner.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be dinner whether you need to transfer your hex or not, right?
Mm-hmm. Anyway,
Alright
let's
then.
let's
Mhm.
go open that door now.
So, back to the door. So Rashi had already tried shouldering it. Is there anything else that you'd like to try?
Since we've been attacked by the frog Hemoth, I feel like I'm less against the idea of having it be picked by a certain rogue.
I mean, since we've attacked the Froghemoth and nothing else attacked me while I was in the water, maybe we should go read the obelisk and the statue if there's
That's-
anything written on them.
That's true. You could check out the obelisk.
Which one?
The frog in the center.
I mean, checking out this, checking out these pillars.
I can't tell if this is
Okay.
supposed to be a frog from above or a
I
face.
know. I have multiple complaints about that. Okay,
It's-
so
it's
Lestrana, are
supposed-
you swimming over or trying to take a drier route?
I would prefer to take the driest route I can.
Okay, so looking at it, you can probably try skipping along the obelisk that's currently in the water, but there's also a bit of moss, so you'll probably have to do a check for it.
Okay.
So if you're gonna try that, give me an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics, right? Or
Mhm.
athletics?
Yeah, acrobatic. This is a balance thing.
Splish.
Yep, you take a confident first step onto the obelisk. As you're about to jump to a second piece, your foot hits a slick of moss and you go into the water.
Aster jumps in and swims and gets her.
A second froggy moth appears.
Are you serious?
No, I'm just joking, but I thought it'd be funny just to mention it.
Aster swims after.
I heard the fears on Kiwi's voice.
Spell slot flip for that. Aster just shoves the rabbit into Rashi's hands and jumps in to get Lestrana.
Yeah. So I'll say that with your intention, the two of you managed to swim up to the statue itself. There are no words on the statue. But with how inquisitive Lestrana is, inside the mouth of the stone frog, you find a stone key.
Hey, I found a thing. You think this might open the door?
Yes, now don't drown on our way back.
Alright, so you swim back to shore with the key in hand.
I think Aster would drag Lestrana to these stairs and just walk around.
Oh, that's fair as well, yes.
I mean, yeah. That's very likely the route Lestrana would have taken anyway. The shortest swimming route.
Alright.
How does the beast look? Or Gray?
Gray
Sleepy.
looks 3/4 messed up.
4 HP. Be healed.
Gray
And
looks,
also suffering from a point of exhaustion.
I
Yeah,
can't fix that problem.
I know. Okay.
Gray looks about a third fucked up. Sorry,
Okay,
sorry,
okay.
2/3 fucked up. Sorry, my English math.
Open the
There.
door.
Okay.
Cure,
So
cure wounds on Gray.
Esther, you slide the key into the keyhole and it twists smoothly. There's no resistance whatsoever,
Magic key.
and the door opens.
Are those spikes?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Hold on, give me a second.
Well,
Yes, give me a second. Hold on. So opening the door and allowing the light to go into the room. There's no light within the room. Uh, there are stone steps descending onto a ledge, just slightly in front of you. There is overlooking an entire pit of sharpened stakes. Across you on the other side of the room, you see a pedestal with a stone cube resting on it. And in the back of the alcove, there is a relief showing a monstrous large frog with tentacles that is fighting what appears to be a crane. There are wooden beams along the side of along the walls, or roughly at floor height, with roughly a 4-foot gap between each of them. And there are carved frog heads along the walls above all the beams.
what did the inscription outside say?
Kubazan urges us to tread without fear and to give back as much as we take. How do I want to say this? Kiwi, have you solved this? I assume you solved this puzzle before, right?
I have solved this one, yes.
Is it okay if I ask you to kind of maybe take a step back and let the rest try it?
Yes, especially because Aster's not fit to solve this one anyway.
I mean,
I
that is
mean, my
true, but it's just in general
Mm.
kind of thing. I want the rest to have
Yes,
kind of
yeah,
experience.
I will not say anything because I know the solution to this one.
Thank you.
I mean, my first thought would be, can I wrap the rope of climbing around the cube?
You can try.
I'm going to try to wrap the rope of climbing around the cube and pull it back.
As your rope begins to extend its way across the pit, it flops down.
Mm,
So we need to go and grab the thingy, but there is spikes.
I am not the person who... I can't traverse this. I don't have the skills for this.
So are the spikes as spacious on the map shows, or are like
No,
you,
they are a bit more. There's a more than that. It's just that the map doesn't show it clearly. But
it's
essentially, the entire floor of the room is covered. Okay, so these spikes are in a pit about 30 feet down, and it's full of these spikes. And along the floor level of where the bottom of the stairs are, there are these small pillars and beams that outline the entire border of the walls. I think you can get a better view if you step deeper inside.
Gray
Wait,
slaps
don't
himself in the face a couple of times and then walks around the corner to look. Takes a weary
Yeah.
sigh and looks
So
back.
I think Gray can see
Does
all this.
anyone
Yeah.
have more energy to do jumping?
I can do it, but I have an idea. We have a collapsible pole. There's a bunch of wood outside. We have a bunch of rope. Why don't I build a ladder? Can I build the ladder at the end using artisan blessing?
How long of a ladder can you build?
I don't know. I guess
What's
as long as I have materials.
Well, the ladder does say that it's only 10 feet. Probably need 2. But you also have 2 users of Channel Divinity now, right?
No, I still have one.
Oh right, you're still level 5.
But a very large one.
No, I'm just going by what's written inside the book, as in the manual. How about this? What's your casting modifier?
My what?
Wisdom, right? You cast spells using wisdom.
Yes.
Okay, roll me a straight wisdom, and if it's high enough, I'll let you extend the ladder by 5 feet.
Okay.
All right. It's a bit more wobbly, but you can have a ladder that extends to the end.
See, we have something.
All right.
That takes me an hour, and after that hour, I put it
Yeah,
there.
so
And
it's an hour long. So I guess if anybody wants a long rest, separate long rest, short rest, you can short rest.
Sure, we'll take a short rest and recover spell slots.
I will say Grace is the skinniest.
Also, at the end of the long rest, Aster will just cast Kill the Rabbit because the duration of hexes run out.
You could just let it go and let it run out.
Dinner!
Well, that's fair.
No, don't kill the rabbit.
It's already dead.
Uh,
It's
I was about to name him.
don't name things that you might have to kill one day.
Gray might be the smallest, but he's also suffering a point of exhaustion.
Roy is probably the actual best choice.
So Gray has 5 acrobatics, 4 athletics, but is tired.
God damn it. We need Roy.
Roy has a 7 acrobatics, a -2 athletics.
I actually have an opinion. What if we say we want to say Roy goes and do the thing, but we end up for today and see that next week because I'm very tired.
That seems
And that way, Gru is here to kill his own character.
You know,
Or
I think that's
be
fair. That's
or be
fair.
awesome.
That way, at least
yeah.
I'm not. Despite the fact that he's probably actually is the best choice to go across there, I don't want to be the one controlling him when if he dies.
That's fair too. I'll say that that's probably a good thing because I feel that assuming that Roy doesn't die in this attempt and actually does succeed in getting a puzzle cube, I think Gru will be the one who will want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. That's fair.
I
I'll
was
say
gonna
let's
just
go with
check.
that then.
I was gonna just check with the DM really fast. This isn't a situation
Mm-hmm.
where it's athletics to keep your balance, not acrobatics, right?
Oh no, this is acrobatics.
Good, thank you. I'm sorry.
That's why
I
Aster
didn't
was
want to
not
go
doing
into
it.
next session with, oh, by the way, it's athletics, so roll your -3. The second he walks onto the bridge.
No, but I'll say that it's more of a discussion thing. But you guys are just letting him walk alone, right?
Does anyone
I
need
mean,
guidance?
No. That's not what I
Question.
meant. It's more of a when trying. I'll say that it's more of instead of just letting the ladder lie down there. Maybe somebody will go and help stabilize the ladder so that it doesn't shift while Roy is trying to cross.
Oh yeah, no, Roy's
yes,
going
and
to be
also
sleeping on one end of it.
That's kind of
and
what I meant. Yeah.
also and also with a rope around his waist
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah. Because from what I'm hearing right now, it's more of, all right, Roy, there's a ladder. Please do your job. And you're just
How
gonna let
many
him do it
how
himself.
many how many people know Mage Hand?
Do not. I thought of it.
We can put like 20 pounds of pressure on the
I actually know Mage Hand.
20
Yeah,
pounds
so we
isn't enough. Roy
I
is a
know
healthy adult human.
yeah.
To
I know
hold
that
down
if
a
we
ladder
try
that somebody's climbing, you need roughly the same body weight.
yeah.
Yeah. So anyway,
So some people
uh,
compare kobolds to cats, so Gray's just going to be sleeping on the other end of the ladder somehow. Don't ask me why.
I'm gonna ask you why and how.
Because some people think kobolds are cats, so therefore he's just suddenly there for no reason.
Because
cat.
cats.
Okay.
I did have a really creative backup solution to this puzzle if you didn't ask me not to.
The other idea that I had is just jumping across.
I'll tell you what it is after we finish.